Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And after the long holiday weekend, Missy in Bensonville said she needs this.
It's one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
Well, there we go, Missy. That's for you in Bensonville and anybody you know in Bensonville, anybody in your household in Bensonville, and everybody in a 100-mile radius in Bensonville. Welcome back from the holiday weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Boy, do we have a lot for you today. We have Fest continuing, and we're finishing off this week with a bang as you get to go to Sunday, October 19th of the When We Were Young Festival in Vegas. You get Panic at the Disco. That's right. They were around, then they were gone. Now they're back.
Panicked, they left.
That's right. There's not an exclamation point after the panic for nothing. Let me tell you. But that's pretty special with Panic at the Disco. Then you get Blink-182, of course, Weezer, Avril Lavigne, The Offspring. This is special. When We Were Young in Vegas. And all qualifiers get to go to Riot Fest as well as we move into summer. And we're, let's see, is that May, June, July, August? We're 4 months from Riot Fest, 4.5?
4?
4 months from Riot Fest. A little less than 4, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, something like that.
All
the
right.
21st. Okay, I'm trying to get myself together here after vacational time off here. So that's happening.
It's almost June. My mom, like 2 days ago, my mom was here and she goes, well, tomorrow's June. I go, it's not. It's May 20-something. She goes, well, basically. I go, that's a whole week of work.
It's weird that when you get older, you start to just say, it's Christmas, in a couple weeks. And everything, my dad used to say when it was your birthday, like let's say it was your 27th birthday. So now you're 28. You're in your 28th year, he would say.
Oh, he's one of those guys?
Yeah, he was one of those guys.
He just loves to put a dagger and everything.
Yeah. I'm like, can I enjoy 27? I just turned. Nope, you're 28 now. Well, am I?
Can I ask a morbid question?
Sure.
So I asked this as a 26-year-old.
Yeah.
Were you bummed when you turned 28 because it meant you weren't going to be a part of the 27 club of the famous people that died when they were 27?
Yeah, I had a rough weekend. I tried to.
Your dad would have killed you, you ass.
Yeah, my dad was handing me the heroin saying, you want to make something of yourself? We'll give you one day.
You want to be like Hendrix?
That's right. One day you can be 27. Then after that, you're 28. All right, thanks,
My
Dad.
problem with turning 28 was I had a death grip on the word mid-20s when I described my age. I pushed that to the end.
You can't say mid-20s at 28.
Mid. We're still kind of in the middle if you look at it from an angle.
That top selfie angle, you're 27, mid.
Ish.
Yeah, saying late in the decade sucks. Like when you're like late 20s or late 30s. Mid
It's not
sounds,
a good word. I don't
yeah.
like it.
Yeah, mid, when you're 29 and saying mid, it's awesome. Like
It's
mid
almost like you
20s.
should just say you're pre-30 at that point. Maybe that sounds better because it's like a useful word.
Yeah. In case you're 26, do you say you're in your mid 20s to
I've
people?
never described myself like that. That's funny. I could see Kenzie really hammering that home on her, and I've never described myself as being mid-20s.
Yeah.
It looked like the Discovery Channel when they jump on like an alligator. That was me with the word mid.
Wow. Yeah. It's gone now. But,
Not leaving.
No. So again, Fest at 8. We have it's Q101 pop-up week with Bad Flower.
Boy, is it. That snuck up on me.
Jeez. June. Actually, still May. Thursday.
Still May. Cubby Bear.
Yeah, still May.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Late May.
Late May.
Late May, not mid-May.
Right.
Coming up Thursday.
Mid-ish.
We're going to have more guaranteed entry passes. These will be the last ones of the week, of course, for Bad Flower. That will be in an hour at 7:10 when we get to Clash with Kenzie. And then at 8, of course, Fest. And a fact that makes your brain go, yes, that's coming up even sooner in just about 10 minutes.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Lola Young, Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for a fact that makes your brain go. This one involves what happened over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend in Chicago. The beach is open officially, and also, of course, in pretty much everywhere you hear our voice, I can imagine. Kenzie, in your neighborhood, did your neighborhood pool open over the weekend officially?
It did.
Yep, look at that. Everybody's going out to the pool, even though it's like 30 degrees out. Hey, the pool's
I know.
open, we're
I'm
going.
Like, I'm too bougie for this. I'm like, it has to be nice. I got to be toasty.
So, with like probably 1 week in August, you'll get that 90s and you'll be at the pool.
Lovely. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, as you head to the beach, 36% of Chicagoans are cool with doing this at the, let's say, the beach, the lakefront, wherever you go out where there's water and wherever you hang out in your bathing suit. Let's just say that, because I don't know if it's, on the Fox River or if you're, downtown in the lakes or even your neighborhood pool, wherever you are, if you have one of those. So it can be any of those locations. 36% of Chicagoans are cool with doing this in that setting. And some of you may find it the most disgusting thing on earth ever.
Okay, wait. But you said in your swimsuit? Is that part of it?
So you'll be in your swimsuit. You'll be by a body of water, most likely. You'll be out having fun. I don't know why I needed to have that.
I'm trying to figure out what's a necessary detail, what's not.
So the necessary details are water, laying out in bathing suits, or just your shirt. Maybe you're wearing shirt off with jeans. It can be that. But something.
Shirt off, but jeans on?
That's a cool look, man.
Is it?
If you can pull that
Are you
off.
modeling for Abercrombie or the beach?
Because that's the only appropriate time to have no shirt
Yeah.
but jeans.
I probably haven't been able to do that since I was like 16 when I was like rail thin.
I don't think you could have done
ever,
that. Thank
because
you.
real thin isn't the look for that either.
You
You'd
could
be
be-
very muscular.
You don't have to be muscular. You can be just rail thin with jeans on and look okay. He's giving this like, ugh, face.
Also, I don't believe you were rail thin even at 16.
I was
You're
like,
so pale. You just look like a line of cocaine. That's not a good look for you.
okay, let's hold on. We just got back from break. I didn't get any sun over the weekend. My legs are white, yes. But
I mean, you were in Nashville, so you don't have an excuse.
I was down there for a little bit, but I didn't get in the sun. So that didn't
What are you, a
happen.
vampire? What do you mean?
Yeah, I stayed inside and slept.
That did sound really vague and ominous.
No sun.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I didn't get in the sun. So thinking of it that way, that's the fact. So 36%, so a third of Chicagoans are cool with doing it in that setting. Some of you might find it the most disgusting thing ever on earth. And some of you might be cool with it. You might be that third that's cool with doing this. So does that give enough detail of where we're at, Kenzie?
Kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can think of anything then that could be considered really disgusting, but a third are cool with it.
I feel like once there's several people. So I feel like once you are by a pool, a lake, whatever, right? Your body of water.
Yep.
People will start to go everywhere without shoes. Like they walk into the bathroom and up like around the restaurant area. Like, and when you see that sloshy sand,
Yep.
and I'm like, it's just your raw dog in it, your raw toe in it. I'm like, it's just, people lose their sense of worry of no shoe, and it really bothers me.
And people miss those urinals at home and in public settings.
oh
So you're
my
standing
God.
in pee.
It's just so nasty.
Okay, that's a good guess. It could be that. Case, what do you think it is?
I don't know. People are comfortable kicking up sand with their spike ball game and then getting sand in your sandwiches because they don't care about your surroundings. Something like that.
Have you played spike ball?
I don't have the right amount of friends to do it, but it looks fun. But I've never, because you need 4 people to play it.
You don't need 4.
You don't need 4?
You don't need 2 can play it. So
Well, I
how many?
haven't even found the one. I haven't found my opponent.
Oh boy.
But it's always been like, oh man, I wish I had the right group of people to play that with because it looks fun. But I'm scowling in the
What do you mean
distance.
spike ball, like volleyball?
No, spike ball. It's a game. You got to Google it. I don't know what to tell you. It's a.
Thank you for that incredible description. Why'd you even start that sentence?
So Kenzie, Google it.
So it's this game. You got to Google it.
I actually remember when those guys, they were on Shark Tank. And so it's a little trampoline that you throw a ball down in.
Oh,
and then,
I see.
I would think Tristan would be in the spike ball for some reason. I could picture him doing that with his buddies. But it's
yeah.
fun, actually. It takes a lot of athletic ability.
It looks like a lot of fun.
So you've got to keep it going. It's kind of like volleyball with a trampoline, and you got to keep it going. And you dive, and it's certainly. I do it
So
with
do
mine.
you catch it or do you hit it?
You hit it.
Oh, so it comes with like a racket?
No, use your hand. Yep.
I have really small hands.
Well, then you can't play spike ball.
You know when you
It's not for everybody, Kenzie. Jeez.
but when you clap a lot and your hands get itchy.
No.
Have you ever experienced that? Like where you like it bothers your hands, they get itchy? Because I feel like that game, I would just be like, oh, I'm itchy.
What scenario are you clapping that much at?
Oh my God. Just wait till you have kids. You gotta clap all the time.
Even when they strike out, right?
Yeah, you always clap. It's okay.
you're just doing
Everyone's
great.
doing great. There's a
Everybody-
lot of clapping.
Everybody gets a trophy. All right.
Marino claps every time somebody walks in a room. Okay, it's just the whole thing.
Very nice.
Sounds awesome. To get a round of applause just for existing.
He's a happy baby.
All right, so you can guess on the text line 312-591-8300. A third of Chicagoans are cool with doing this in a water beach setting or your pool, wherever you lay out. But you might find it the most disgusting thing on earth. In 2.5 minutes after Glass Animals, we'll tell you what it is. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with a fact that makes your brain go. 36%, so a third of Chicagoans are cool with doing this in a beach setting when you're in your bathing suit, whether you're on the lake, maybe Fox River, maybe just your neighborhood pool. You're in that setting where you're in a bathing suit and laying in the sun, since that's what's happening now, hopefully, for the remainder of the next 17 months forward. Kenzie guessed it was walking perhaps in the public bathroom where there's that sloshy, sandy thing in your bare feet.
Oh.
Yeah. She has a neighborhood pool. People must be doing that in her hood, in her neighborhood.
People get too comfortable with no shoe in every environment.
Because, here in Chicago, we're wearing boots for so long. It's like, I want to take them off on my feet to air out and maybe get wet. Case says, I got to get this correct, playing spike ball, which he doesn't understand because he doesn't have enough friends to play spike ball, and sand jumps out from your feet moving and lands in your sandwiches.
That's exactly what I said. You nailed it.
This is a very descriptive answer. No, neither of those are right. And you may find this incredibly disgusting, or you might be cool with it, that 36% of Chicagoans that are cool with it. What it is lathering up strangers at the beach with suntan lotion. So 36% of Chicagoans are totally cool with doing that. Saying, hey, man, you can put some sunscreen on my back. And so, Kenzie, do you think that's disgusting, putting sunscreen on a stranger?
I don't think a stranger's ever really asked me to do that.
Is that right?
I don't know how I would respond.
That's what I'm saying. Would you say, sure?
Probably, because I think that my natural reaction is to be like, oh, okay, somebody asked me to do something. And then in the middle of it, I'd be like, what is happening? Like, when you're just like, wait a minute.
Now, let me just set the scene a little more. What if it's a person with back knee?
I don't want to be mean to people. I don't want somebody to have to be with their car to put their head down. Why do you do that?
I like the concept that Kenzie's on board until she looks at their back and then is like, ugh, I would never.
I think I'd be more mad if a guy asked me to do it and then he started like making sounds. I'd be like, okay.
Oh.
Like, okay, stop it.
Okay, just get the lower back down. They start directing
You do thighs? No, I don't.
Listen, I really burn right by the crotch area. Really get up there. Really get up there.
That's when I would be bothered.
What about the bottom of feet?
No, because should be able to do that. I'm not your servant.
I guess they could reach their feet. I didn't think of that. They could reach their feet.
Well,
Yeah,
some
if
people.
some guy was like, if just do this while I lay here, I'd have a big problem with that.
Well, true. Like Kay said, it could be one of those big dogs out there, which I appreciate the big dogs. They go to the beach, take their shirt off. They can't reach their feet.
Shout out to the big dogs.
Shout out to the big dogs, man.
Listen, your toesies are going to burn. I'm not rubbing your feet.
So you're saying you think you would do it just out of like, okay, but what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I think I'd be like, I hate what's happening. I wish I would have been asked this.
Okay, so 36% of Chicagoans are cool with lathering up strangers with suntan lotion.
I'm uncomfortable touching my own body, let alone somebody else's.
I agree. It's really weird to rub suntan lotion on yourself.
And I don't think, look, it's never happened. Maybe it'll happen this summer. I don't know. I don't think man, woman, child, anybody's going to look at me and go, I hope that guy touches me. I'm not buying that. You know what I mean?
Well, it could happen.
It could. I don't think it will, though.
So there's some lonely people out there. If you're asking a stranger to do it, you're by yourself on the beach or the pool or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So somebody's got to put lotion on you.
I guess.
Skin cancer is an epidemic. You know, got to put the
I know,
lotion.
but you could just reach most of the important spots, I feel like. Because I can even get some of my back.
Yeah.
Is that your pickup line? Hey, skin cancer is an epidemic. You might as well rub me a little bit.
Hey-oh.
The way you could throw that at someone like, oh, so you want me to get cancer and die? That's really nice. Wow.
Yeah, bless you. There you go. Rub some suntan lotion on a stranger today, like 36% of other Chicagoans. A fact that makes your brain go boom. Highlight of your weekend. Start hitting us up. 312-591-8300. What was the highlight of your Memorial Day weekend?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Coming up in sports, I have some amazing Cubs stats of what they've been doing, but also I have an amazing White Sox stat for you that's a good thing for the White Sox coming up. Also, if you bought tickets for this, you may want to sell them immediately when you get this information. And I mean, this morning, you may have tickets for this. In 4 minutes, you have to sell them right away. We'll get to that in sports. But first, some of the highlights of your weekend. Kyle from Elgin checked in. Highlight of my weekend is I'm selling my first house. Closing is next month.
Wow.
I wonder if that means
big stuff.
I don't know, maybe he's a realtor or just owns a house and just selling it and making some money. I'm not sure.
I took it as the latter. I took it as that he just owns a house and is selling it. Will you hit the rap horns for him? That's so exciting.
Okay. Well, he's selling it, so where's he going to live?
Probably another house.
It's hard to buy a house today, though. Like, you sell one, that's why no one's leaving their homes, because there's nowhere to go because everything's too
He gets it
expensive.
figured out, though. I'm sure he's, he wouldn't be celebrating if he's like, well, now I'll be on the streets.
He is kind of celebrating with exclamation points, so I'll take it as a good news.
It'd be funny if he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I sold my house, but I don't know what the next step is.
That's the highlight of my weekend. I'll be living in a box in Lower Wacker. Also, Kenzie, you pointed out about Lilo and Stitch. A lot of people checking in about the Lilo and Stitch movie. It was awesome. Great twist in the movie. I give it 5 stars. That's Bill from Darien. But there is that twist you were maybe thinking of, but maybe it's not that twist. I don't know.
Seems like such a sad twist.
Yeah, maybe that wouldn't be awesome. I don't know. Aurora George checked in. A highlight was Jewel T-bone steaks. Yeah, steaks. I ate 4 hot dogs yesterday in one sitting.
And that was the highlight of your weekend?
It certainly was. And I bought them at Jewel, the Vienna beef cheddar dogs, full of cheese. They infused cheese.
Of course, you had to fit your dairy in, your daily intake.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
4 of them.
4 of them. Well, we had people in town, my brother-in-law, so we made burgers and hot dogs.
Thanks for the invite.
I didn't know if you were around.
You know me, I'm always traveling.
And so we ate them, but I don't like leftovers anymore. So I said, I'm just going to make all of them.
You don't like leftovers anymore?
I'm trying to keep our fridge a little more organized. And because I forget
So you're
stuff.
using your body?
Yes, my stomach. Because if I leave leftovers, I forget about them, and I hate wasting food, and we throw them away because they wait too long. So I just figured I might as well eat everything right now.
Okay.
You're using your body. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, so far, it's working out great.
No, you look good. You look like a fridge.
Well, win the weight loss challenge next year.
I got to bulk up so I can lose that weight and win it for the 3rd year in a row.
No, it's good.
Dylan in Bridgeport checked in. We got engaged in Michigan. That's reserves rap horns. Congratulations. AC/DC Adams had saw AC/DC at Soldier Field. My ears are still ringing. I've heard.
Well, that tracks out.
I heard it was an awesome show.
People were really into that. They were really excited, and they said AC/DC was good, which I'm glad they were. I'm all for that. I wasn't sure if they were going to be good or not.
It's amazing because I saw Angus Young do his duck walk guitar thing. He's 70.
And looks 90.
But he's doing it and moving like she's 20.
He's like an NBA guard.
Yeah. I don't know if he takes a lot of a leave the next day. I don't know what he does.
Like, Brian's not 70, but he ate 4 hot dogs and fell asleep yesterday.
I could not do the guitar duck walk like Angus Young.
Oh,
Nope.
Can you try?
I guess. Right now or like...
Well, if not now, when?
I'm sitting. I don't want to get up.
This is what I'm talking about.
630 Calvin checked in highlight of the weekend, went to the Spider-Man exhibit at the Science Museum. That sounds awesome. 847 Brian said, went for a nice motorcycle ride to Byron, Illinois to watch some drag racing. Great day.
That's awesome.
I wonder if it was legal drag racing or just some drag racing on the street.
Oh, I thought it was Queens. Okay. Never mind. Maybe that's not what he's talking about.
I don't think he took a nice motorcycle ride to watch that. This is just my guess. I'm not judging anybody, not putting anything out there, but I doubt it. Paul,
There wasn't RuPaul at the end of that. My bad.
And then Paul in 219 checked in highlight s'mores after Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana, where Jay Cutler's from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see this text from 312 that just came in?
I did not.
Oh, my God, you got to read this. This is incredible. What a highlight of the weekend.
Oh, my God.
I mean, this is game-changing.
312 checks us in. Anonymous, by the way, says, I had food at Culver's for the first time.
Wow.
That is life-changing when that happens to you.
312, what did you get? I would tell you to call, but our phones aren't working because why would they? But I would love to know the whole order. It would be really, I want to hear every detail about that.
Also, Maggie checked in from the 616. Highlight of the weekend, my fiance and I launched our new food truck with a grand opening party.
Oh, fun. What's the name of the food truck?
Didn't text it. You got to
That was
promote.
not good business plan.
No. Listen, we can...
This was your moment.
We can do that. We can give you a shot. So please text back. We'll give your food truck a shout out. Also, Kenzie, a follow-up. Byron Dragway is sweet. So he went to Byron, Illinois. It is a dragway. Now, I don't think you're working in RuPaul in that anyway.
Honestly, I would still be like, maybe that's a bar. I don't know. That didn't help me.
When you Google Byron Dragway, what comes up next to it is car racing venue.
Oh.
Sorry. What was the highlight of your weekend, Kenzie?
I saw one of my best friends get married in Orlando. It was awesome.
Oh.
That was like amazing. I got really drunk, more drunk than I'm used to getting.
Cool.
It was fun. But while I was so my parents came in town to watch the kids, okay?
Yeah.
And so Tristan had baseball weekend, so the baby they're taking Tristan to his games. And because it's bracket play, you don't know the time of the games, like for Sunday and stuff. It depends on how they do. So unbeknownst to me, while I'm drinking at my best friend's wedding and like running around, like seeing all of our friends, my husband's on his phone, gets the bracket play, and changes our flight from 11:30 to 7 a.m.
Oof.
Because he wanted to make it in time for all of the games, which means I had to get out of bed around 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he could have missed one game, right? And then he still would have been the same time on the flight,
I
probably.
said something similar.
Yeah, I'm not married to him. I'm just trying to deduct the reasoning here. One game would have been okay.
Especially because we have Game Changer, so he was watching the games on his phone anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. He watches the game on his phone. You can tell your son you were still there.
Kenzie, the life your husband lives is hilarious. Every decision he makes is just the funniest thing to me.
It was something.
Did you also think it was hilarious, or did you have a different emotion?
I thought it was less funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when that alarm goes off. Like, we get up at 3 a.m. anyway all the time, but just those days off we have, like, oh.
Yeah, no, it would have been nice if you considered the fact that it was also my vacation from my job.
Yeah, one more baseball
And my
game.
best friend's wedding. Yeah. Those things would have been nice.
Can't miss a game, man. Can't miss a game. No days off, as they say.
Got to support the team. Got to support the team.
Did you paint your face for that game?
No.
Oh, not supporting the game right. Case,
boy, did I have a headache at it.
Case, what was the highlight of your weekend?
Well, I gotta go back to the text line here real quick. I want to congratulate Jacob on passing his national EMT exam. I want to congratulate Ryan the Pepper guy on watching his son graduate from high school. And then 847 checked in. We were talking about 312, who said they had Culver's for the first time.
Yep.
847 said, I've never had Culver's. I might try it this week. What do I order?
Oh, God.
Now,
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds obviously is what you want.
Well,
As
yes.
a side.
I like their crinkle fries, though.
Really?
They're really crispy and they're perfect.
Shut up.
No, I'm not going to shut up. I understand the cheese curds you get.
Yeah, because that's like the unique thing. You can't get that at all.
And
you get the crinkle fry anywhere.
And the frozen custard, you get that too.
Yes, but entree, because the cheese curds you get as a side. I
Right.
like them with ranch dressing. Brian doesn't like ranch, but what's the entree that you're going to get? Because I have a strong opinion on this, but I have a feeling it's going to be an unpopular opinion.
Of course, you have a strong opinion on it.
He probably gets the chicken sandwich, but I'm going to say the double bacon deluxe. That's what you get when you get that basket with the cheese curds and a large Coke. And then, of course, you get the frozen custard with the chocolate. I had brownie bites and cookie dough. That's what you do.
Your 12th birthday party sounds awesome.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
Kenzie, what do you get?
I am a Butterburger lady, and I do like their.
Of course.
They have a new one called the Colby Jack Pub Burger, and it's very, very good.
Yeah.
The bun has like the onions in it.
Yeah.
It's very good.
You know what's funny is when we were delivering the pencils 2 weeks ago when I was out there doing that, and I treated our promotion guy, Paul, to Culver's. We were out in Oswego, the Culver's out there, because we saw that the little elementary school we gave pencils to had a Culver's night coming up. And I said, how about a Culver's day? Let's go. And Kenzie, Paul, when we walked in, I go, give me my bacon deluxe, give me the meal, cheese curds, blah, blah, blah. I go through my order. Paul goes, ooh, they have a new pub burger. And he got that, and he said, and while we were sitting in the Q101 van, he's going, this thing's amazing. It's good. It's really nice. Pub burger, pretty good. Also, by the way, Maggie checked in with their food truck. It's called, I better get this right, Nico Taiyaki. We serve Japanese fish-shaped stuffed waffles.
Damn.
In Grand Rapids, Michigan, but that's not helping us. We need to be a
Wait,
little...
say that sentence again with the right spacing.
I had bad spacing. Nico Taiyaka, we serve Japanese fish-shaped stuffed waffles.
Japanese fish-shaped stuffed waffles.
Fish-shaped stuffed waffles.
Okay.
But are there fish in them?
I don't think so. They're probably just stuffed waffles of like they're just cutesy. It's a little fish, but then there's like Nutella in it or something. I don't know.
We don't know if there's Nutella in it. Drive that truck down here. About a 2.5 hour drive from Grand Rapids. Bring that over here.
Worth it. We'll tip.
Hell yes. Okay,
Yeah,
Case.
Case.
So you won't tip.
Whoa, don't throw that on me.
I mean, I wasn't being mean just to you. Yes, we will tip. Fine, we will tip.
Come on.
Okay, we'll
I
tip.
make a nice living.
Will you tip enough for a 2.5 hour drive?
That sounds like a lot. I need you to chip in.
That's like probably $40 in gas. 50
Okay.
probably for a truck.
Well, then tip $50.
But think about how many waffles you'd eat, Brian.
You love waffles.
I like waffles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like fish-shaped stuffed waffles. I'm not 100% sure. So there you go. All right. Coming up in sports after the offspring, like I said, we have a tremendous Cubs stat, but you've been getting used to those Cubs stats. We have some White Sox stats that will make you happy. Also, if you have tickets to this event, in 2.5 minutes, you have to sell them immediately. Get on StubHub and sell them. We'll tell you what that is after Offspring. Brian and Kenzie.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.